Hello, everybody. Welcome along to what is now the second episode of the Non-League Now, the live score and fixture updates from around non-league football. And once again, we are live. It is great to be doing this. The feedback last time was fantastic. We really appreciate everybody who jumped on board with the show last time, and we have got people around the grounds this evening covering various different games for us, which we are very excited for, and delighted to be able to say that tonight I'm actually joined in the studio, so to speak. Look at this, rather fancy. Thanks to Matchday Marketing for sorting that one out last night. It looks really good. But yeah, I'm joined by Adam. You're not at a game this evening. You're with me in the studio. How are you doing, my man? It's only been 24 hours since we last spoke, but how are things?
Doesn't feel like 5 minutes since we logged off, does it? Really?
Not really, no.
If I'm entirely honest with you, I'm marvelous though. I've had what can only be described as a testing day at work, and all ready to go again.
Yeah. It's it's been it doesn't like I said, it really doesn't feel like it's been that long, to be honest, since we were last sat here, but there we go. So we've got lots of games going on this evening, and as I said, we do have various different people around the grounds this evening that are going to be providing updates as the scores do come in. We've got a few minutes to go before kickoff still, but as I said, we do have quite a few games happening this weekend. Tonight rather. And what I'm just going to put into the chat in a few moments as well is the link to be able to come onto the show tonight. So I've sent it around to a few people privately. However, if you want to come on tonight's show, if you are at a game, if you're watching, whether or not you want to do maybe like a halftime report, or you want to provide goal updates as they come in, whatever the case may be, if you click the link that I'm about to put into the chat, if you click onto that, all you need is something with a microphone and something with a basic camera on. You can literally come onto the show and provide us with updates about what is going on at your particular game. So yeah, link for that will now be popping it into the chat, whether or not you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, if you're watching this from a Twitch perspective. But yes, click on that link, come and join the show and let us know what is going on at your game. Mark's already joining us. Good evening, mate. Hey, boys, them graphics do look fantastic. I'm babysitting tonight, so I'll be logged in. Good man. Absolutely love that. Hope you're well, Mark. Hope you are well. So if we bring up some graphics that we have got for tonight's games, because as I said, we do have a bit of a combination of FA Cup games that are happening, and we've also got league action, which is taking place. Adam, are you able just to read off a couple of these just whilst I try and do some updates in the background?
Well, I was about to say what I've been doing in the background. I'll just send it to you now as I've got your studio finished. I've just been doing that whilst you've been introducing everybody and seeing what's going on. Nice. Bear with me 2 seconds.
No problem. So whilst Adam is reading that, as I said, we do have 3 FA Cup replays which are taking place tonight. So we've got that happening this evening. 2 of the games which are taking place, you can see on the list here, the Haverhill and also the Long Melford game are taking place tomorrow night. But the games that are happening this evening, we've got Mulbarton versus Lakenheath, which, to be honest, is one of the games that I'm really interested to see what happens in. Yeah, I think that could be a brilliant game of football, and we do have somebody covering that game hopefully for us, which would be really interesting to find out what goes on there, particularly after the last game, with the dramatic late 96th minute equaliser I think we had in that
much last kick of the game, wasn't it? I think it was. I'm sure it was later than that. Something tells me it was 99th minute.
Yeah, could well have been. Could well have been. It was very late in the day. So yeah, we've also got the game which is the Witton versus Kempston Rovers match. You were at the first leg. What are you kind of expecting from the game tonight? What kind of game?
I've got no idea, James. I didn't go, did I, mate?
Oh no, of course you didn't, did you?
No,
you didn't.
That feels like a nasty wind up. That does.
Well, did you receive any reports from
Okay,
the?
so a bit of background: Kempston Rovers lost their manager the week before that game, and manager was drafted in from the reserves. Kempston later put out a message which basically alluded to the fact that the whole team was just newly signed by him. I think they've got 8 new players that the new manager had brought in.
Right. Okay.
So where Kempston had lost their last couple of games, I mean, if you search Kempston Rovers on YouTube, there's a clip of them playing against Milton Keynes Irish, I think it is.
Right.
And
Okay.
it is amongst the most woeful football you've ever seen in your life. P rollers galore, like just dribbling into the net, considering they're a step 4 side. And I've been told they were markedly better and quite strong.
Right. Okay. There we go. And the other game taking place tonight, which we also have in the FA Cup, is Northampton on Chenix versus God Manchester Rovers. Neither club are particularly active on social media, but we are going to try our best to keep an update of that game. But it might be
being away as well. That could be hard for us.
Yeah, it might be a little bit difficult tonight for that to happen. In the Furlough None, because we have got some games going on in the Furlough None Premier this evening. There are the 3 games that are taking place tonight. Adam, just go through these ones with me.
Yeah, of course. So Furlough None Prem, we've got Brantham Athletic playing against Hadley United. Big game for Hadley, still short on the ground, and Brantham strong side, as we all know. Galston versus Fakenham. Galston will be looking to follow up their strong start in the league with a game against Fakenham, which could be tricky after Fakenham getting that all-important win against Norwich United last week. And Thetford Town against Walsham Le Willows. There's some demons to be exercised there for both sides. There's a few people from the community at that game. I think we've got Dan Snell coming in and he'll be commentating on that one. We have also, I'm aware that Squeezed is also at that game, so I'll get any updates that we can get from it. At the minute, it hogs of a draw, but Thetford desperately need the points, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely. I would.
The game has kicked off, though.
Yes, it has. We've also got games going on in the Furlough None North this evening. We've actually got 5 games taking place.
Very busy. Evening. Yeah, do you want me to go through those as well while we carry on?
Yeah, so, please, mate. Just to say, the Whittlesea game is the only one which is taking place tomorrow.
Thank you. So we've got Debenham against Halston. Diss Town versus UEA. This is one that I'm extremely interested in. That's the one where my attention lies tonight. FC Parson Drove versus Wisbech St Mary, Upper Wisbech. Framlingham Town versus Leiston Reserves. Leiston off the back of that 6-0 league win. Go and face Framlingham, who are indifferent in form historically. So that could be interesting. And then tomorrow night's game is already introduced by James.
Exactly it. And then just to round things off, we do have, again, some Furlough None South fixtures, which are going on as well. So we've got the top 2 games which are taking place tonight. So not very many games in the Furlough None South. And Hackney Wick and Holland game, which is taking place tomorrow. But we do have 2 sides that we are familiar with from covering the Furlough None North last time, kicking off against each other, which is Sudbury and Haverhill. And Wivenhoe are also playing against, again, a former Furlough None North team in Cornard United. So a lot of games to cover this evening, which should be extremely exciting.
Under 18s football, Anglian Com, that's all underway as well tonight.
Yes, very true. Very true. We've got the team news in from one of the games which has been sent in to me, which is the Diss Town versus the UEA. So I might get that up on the screen in just a second. Although actually, I think the image might not be 100% clear. But so far, all of the games have started to kick off, but we're yet to receive any goals that have come in. So it's not quite as thrilling so far as what we had last time. Because your game that we were at last Tuesday, there was 2 goals, wasn't there? Literally within like the first 5 minutes of the game, it was.
I mean, both goals had gone in. It had been spoken about. Players were running around again. I turned around to ask someone the time, and 8 minutes had gone. So it was quick.
Yeah, and just trying to get my background updated. Please bear with me a few moments, guys. Won't be 2 seconds. There we go.
Oh, look at the symmetry.
There we go. Look at that. I can budge over a little bit now.
You're going the wrong way.
Am I? Oh yeah, I am. Yeah. Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
We're only amateurs.
Exactly. But as you can see, all of these scores, which are now going across the bottom of the screen, we will keep those updated as much as possible. So we've got FA Cup action, we've got the Furlough Non-Prem, and we've got also fixtures going on in the North and South. Let's get a few of your comments up on the screen. We've got Connor. Is this like Gillette Soccer Saturday then? Well, hopefully, the more that we do this and the more we get through the season, we can get different people dialing in from different grounds, etc. throughout the season. Yes, that is ideally the premise of what this show will be, but obviously a non-league version. And once once our other leagues get up and running as well, we'll have far more divisions to cover, etc. But yes, that is ideally the plan moving forward.
You missed the absolute shithouse nasty answer there, where you could have said, well, no, because it's a Tuesday. There has been a goal. I can update you with a goal.
Go on then.
Newport County 1, Ipswich Town 0.
No way.
4 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Timmy Abraham is the scorer.
Used to play for Norwich. Get in there.
So yeah,
he used to play for Norwich. He loves it. Thoughts on that, Adam, before we get into the non-league stuff? I know you've made 10 changes tonight, haven't you, from the team that drew on the weekend?
Yeah, but 86 minutes to
go. Scott, got to be worth showing the Lakenheath goal again. Should we get up on the screen?
Mate, that goal. Yes.
Yeah, let's do it. So here is the Lakenheath goal from the opening game, which set up the replay in the 96th minute. Here we go.
Yeah, we played it before the watershed.
Who cares? It just gets better every time, doesn't it? It just gets better every single time. Every single time it gets better watching that goal. I love it. Absolutely. Yeah. Love it. No goals so far. We've got an update from the Lakenheath game to say that there's been an early header at the near goal, where it's just been wide up the pitch. Marston have had a close free kick, but it has been skied over the bar. So Mold Barton have gone close with a free kick in the opening few moments. We've got Venables in the chat. Evening, mate. Hope you're doing well. Brandon Neal, East Harling 1 as a halftime score. Keep these updates coming in, mate. We absolutely love them. We're happy to have any score lines.
Any score, any league. Let's have them rolling in.
Exactly.
Let's hear about football.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to sort of like confine ourselves on this particular show to a group of leagues, etc. So if you've got any score updates you want to put into the chat, if you're at the game, mate, as I said, the link for the show is in the chat. Is on the it should be on the screen. If you want to come on and provide any updates that you can on that would be absolutely massively appreciated.
Every new face is warmly welcomed as well. So it'd be good to get more people involved,
100%. Adds black tape around the brand. Yes, yeah, definitely. Fergus is loving the new background, as is James. Evolution already, and it's only the second show. Looks amazing, and this must be the first of its kind for non-league. I think it is, to be honest. I think
we've done some research. We can't find anything similar, can we?
No. I think this is the first. Yeah, we're quite proud of it. As I said, it's a work in progress. It will take It will take time to get it to the levels and the kind of standards that we want things to get to. But I said it's a work in progress, and we're happy with how it looks and feels so far, which is the main thing. Lee's in the building as well. Evening, mate. Hope you are doing really, really well.
Goal.
We have a goal, do we?
Yeah, Fakenham Town. So, well, not Fakenham, but Galston with a shot from about 30 yards out into the bottom right corner. Fakenham 0, Galston 1.
Right, we do have Dan in the chat. He's ready to come on the screen. Dan, evening, mate. How are you doing?
Not bad, yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Just remind everybody which game you're at. What have you got to tell us as well?
I'm at Thetford Town against Walsham Le Willows, and 9 minutes gone. It's Thetford 0, Walsham 1.
Ooh. Talk us through the goal, mate. What's been happening in the opening 10 minutes?
Well, the ball just broke loose in midfield. Matt Collins played a nice through pass to Jamie Smith, and he beat the defender and squeezed it through the goalkeeper's legs into the far corner.
Lovely.
Happy days. Is that goal? Do you think it's been deserved in the opening balance of it, or is it have they kind of dominated play?
No, it's been quite cagey, to be honest. Neither team has sort of really had control of the ball too much. It's been quite end to end though. But yeah, 1-0.
Happy days.
Good stuff from Matt Collins. He's had a lively start to the season, I think.
Sorry, Adam, what was that?
I think Matt Collins has had quite a lively start to the season so far, so it's good stuff from him.
Yeah, I think he scored at the weekend, did he?
Yeah.
There we go. Dan, awesome. Love that. Keep those score updates coming in. We really, really appreciate that. Well done.
No problem. Catch up later.
Mate. Cheers, mate. Speak to you later. Cheers, Dan.
In the meantime, Barton have had the ball in the back of the net, but ruled out for offside.
There we go. Did you say that it's Galston that's a winning
1-0?
Galston
1-0 up. Yeah.
There we go. I've just seen who scored actually as well. Take a guess, Adam.
Well, for Galston, Christy Finch probably. He's on it at the minute. Absolutely on it.
Yeah, it is. It is. Here we go. Going to bring up on the screen. Here you go. So yeah, we do have our opening 2 goals. 7 minutes in, early lead. Christy Finch, he's on absolute fire at the moment, isn't he? I think I think he scored twice the other night that we were doing the watch along and the scores and the print, all that stuff like that. And scoring again tonight.
And the time that he needs, he'll just bag.
I've just followed him. Can't believe I wasn't following him before.
Is that from this account though, and not your main account, James?
Oh, that's a good point. Unfollow before he does that. This one is only for a club one. So yeah,
the secret of the account is being leaked now.
Oh dear me. Connor Ellis, Dan the man. Yeah, absolutely. We love Dan's updates on the show. This is exactly what we want. Bramford have just tweeted out saying there's been a chance. Marshall tries a delicate chip over punter from an acute angle, and the last goal line clearance prevents the opener for Bramford Athletic. So they look like they are on the ascendancy in their game at home against Hadley United. So big chance there. So I said 2 opening goals, and they've both come in the Furlough non-prem. It's Galston 1, Fakenham 0. And as Dan has reported, Thetford 0, Walsham Le Willows 1. Any shocks from those 2 so far, would you say, Adam? Or would those scorelines be?
I mean, we'll wait until half time before we assess the shocks. But I think so far it's... I'll be honest, I'm surprised there's been a goal so quickly in the Walsham game, but I think that'll do Walsham some good. Like settle the nerves down a bit.
This message. Oh dear me. There's been a penalty shout apparently in the Mulbarton game. I believe it would be for Mulbarton, but apparently the referee is not interested. A shout for a potential foul on Doyle, but nothing has been given. Paul, hi guys, listening from work. I love that commitment, Paul. Absolutely love that. Really, really appreciate you tuning in from your work. Try not to get yourself into too much trouble with it, though.
We'll read Twitter so you don't have to, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just keep it on this. But yeah, if your boss walks past, just get rid of us. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Fergus is in the chat saying it's Salford 2-0. Wow, against Derby, which I suppose probably is not that shocking considering what Derby are currently going through at the moment.
So we're not sure if Derby can even put a proper team together at the moment, are we? They were hoping to make signings this week, and as far as I know, not much has really happened.
Yeah, no doubt. There we go. We've got our first update of the evening from the Wisbech game. I've just had a video sent in to me, which is 42 seconds long. It's not actually of any goals or any shots or anything, but it's just saying both sides are playing attacking end-to-end football, and after quick start, it's pretty equal so far with play in both boxes. As I said, I think
uploaded. Let's watch some football.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go on then. Why the hell not?
Doesn't have to be goals.
Let's get it on the screen, shall we? So this looks like we've got somebody from the... Not really sure what's happening there. The action is so far away. There we go. There we go.
This might be a free kick or corner.
This is being taken place at Parsons, isn't it?
Is this their ground?
Yeah, I think so. Ooh. Good defending there.
Yeah, that is good defending. Ooh.
There we go.
Love that.
Absolutely love that. Keep those video highlights coming in.
I'm surprised they can pass ground grading with that. It looks like a field with some tape around the edge.
Well, we don't know what's going on the other side. That's the only thing I will say. We don't know what's going on. Any other updates so far? Yes, we do. We have a goal in the Lakenheath Mole Barton game, and it has gone the way of Lakenheath. They are 1-0 up away from home. A stunning ball over the top by Debo to Maka, who gets another assist onto his boots of Kelvin, who smashes it home. So yeah, 1-0.
So much excitement. Oh no, that's a reserve game. Anyone interested in reserves football? Yeah, Kirkley and Pakefield reserves 1, Galston reserves 1. I mean, I don't know much about the league they play in, but 1-1.
I'm getting updates from one of Russian and Diamonds friendlies as well, which is coming up on my screen. But I love that, so I've got all the time in the world for that.
I mean, I haven't got access to a separate Twitter, so like a minute ago, I was looking at the beans on toast someone had made for tea. So I might need to do this for myself because it's a bit annoying.
So there we go. Mulbarton 0, Lakenheath 1. So the away goal puts Lakenheath into the lead. But as we saw from Saturday, with plenty of time, and I think even if we get to full time, I'm still not going to quite believe the score with how late the goal went in last time. But yeah, plenty can change in this game. We will definitely say. Sorry, chaps, couldn't get to a game. No worries, mate. I'm glad you're in the chat right now. Hopefully you enjoy the show. And once again, thank you very much for the backgrounds. We are absolutely loving them. Absolutely loving them. Looks like a park. Yeah. It's an interesting pitch. I think you pointed out a few seconds ago, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't think you're following. If you follow non-league crowds, they've just retweeted Concord Rangers penalty. It's a bit of a belter. So casual as well.
Right. Okay.
Might be worth a look.
Sorry, chaps, not at a game, but would love to get on one time. This setup is great. Worth a face mask. Lakenheath, yes, 1-0 up. Are you covering Ipswich versus Newport? Yeah, we have. Adam's been letting me know about updates from that game. So yeah, any more any more updates that we get from the Ipswich match, we will put it up on the screen. We do have a goal to bring you. Let me bring up on my screen here. It comes from the Furlough Nunn South, and it's a goal for Wivenhoe. They are 1-0 up against Cornard United. Cornard really struggling and adjusting to life in the South. Brad Morgan plays Carl Swansborough in behind the Cornard defence, and he finishes well past the keeper. They are 1-0 up.
How mental is it? It's Cornard's 4th league game already tonight.
Yeah, very true. Very true. But they are 1-0 up in that game. Any other updates that are coming in at the moment? UEA have just tweeted out saying nothing much to report. 20 minutes in, barring one good save from Tom Smith. It's been a good start for the U's, and obviously that is in their game this evening against Diss Town, which obviously Diss have made some very, very big improvements over the summer, haven't they? So that will be a good test for the UEA just to kind of see whereabouts they are at. If we just give the page a refresh and just see if anything comes up, see if there are any other updates to come through. Any other updates? No, there we go. We are all up to date as of things at the moment.
Update on Twitter on the Thetford game, and it really is 20 minutes in and nothing but the goal.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I tell you what, I'm gonna. This pains me, but I'm gonna follow the Ipswich Town account just so we can get updates from their game as well. 20 minutes into their one. Apparently Ipswich are continuing to get into good areas. This time Bailey Clements low cross almost catches the Newport defender out, and apparently the goalkeeper prevents any embarrassment by smothering up the ball in the 6-yard area. But as I said, at the moment they are still 1-0 down. Is this the one you just tweeted me in?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Let's bring the penalty up. So this is for Concord against, who are they playing against?
Forgot to check that. No, I'm still an amateur at this. I've got nothing on Cammy yet.
Well, to be fair, you probably know about as much as him.
Look how casual that is. Yeah.
Good pen. There we go. We'll try and find out what game that's from. But thanks for sending that in, mate. This is exactly what we want, though. More people.
He was looking so casual that if he would have missed that, I'm not quite sure what he'd have done. He had no intention of chasing after a loose ball, did he?
No.
Just absolutely really stroked.
There doesn't appear to be any information about who they're playing against, because I think it's a pre-season friendly. They don't start their league campaign. They don't start their campaign till the weekend. So I think it is a pre-season friendly. We do. Have we got any other updates that are going on?
We've got
Sonny Aluko's been booked for Ipswich, apparently. So there's that. For the second time in 4 days, we face a mid-2010s UEA legend in Owen French. He's just come up with a great sliding tackle to prevent us from going 1-0 up. A very harsh-looking penalty awarded to the host. So apparently there is a penalty in the game between Diss and UEA, and it is going the way of Diss. So we'll have to see what goes on that one. And there it is. Diss are 1-0 up. They've gone 1-0 up from the penalty spot.
We're going to see this a lot, aren't we? Ryan Gibbs.
Yeah. Ryan 1-0 to the Tangis, and it's that man, Ryan Gibbs. He won the penalty and scored it into the top-hand corner. So Diss are currently 1-0. I think they're going to have a very, very good season this year, don't you?
Out of nowhere, though. Out of nowhere. I was concerned for him last year. They've done business, haven't they?
Yeah. A big chance for Mulbarton is blocked. I think this is the one. Thompson finds bed in the middle and he hits one first time as well, blocked by the defender, and it backs up that statement as well. So yeah, big update going on there. I said I think Diss are in for a good season. I think they're going to do very, very well. They've started off the season incredibly well, haven't they?
Good goal update from James Baxter on what actually happened there.
So yeah, let me bring this up on the screen again. Bring this up on the screen. There we go. So James has put on here, penalty to Dis after all of the possession the UEA were having. It's a very dubious penalty, but penalty is dispatched and Dis now winning Ryan Gibbs, the scorer, 22 minutes gone. So it's not just the UEA that are saying that from their Twitter account. It's all, this is what we've got coming in from James, who's at the game tonight, who says that it's not the most convincing of penalties that's been given. But yeah,
yeah, Finney with the two ends of the spectrum that Dis find themselves at the moment.
Yeah, Dis have gone from losing to Wisbech last year to starting this season on fire. Just goes to show that a few good signings, and that's all it takes. Really, really is. You need a person to do a Chris Kamara. Well, that was Adam last time around. That was Adam's role, but he actually done it quite well. To be fair to you, mate, you actually you covered,
nailed the outside broadcast bit. It was actually really good fun, to be honest. It's a lot of setup there.
I'm looking forward to later on in the season when you can do the presenting from here and I can be covering a game whilst doing like a match day experience, kind of killing two birds with one stone. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And I'll get all my stuff clipped in and we'll do half-time, full-time stuff and like that.
The thing is, like, I've got the rig now, so I wouldn't need to necessarily use a setup like I did the other day. But with some of the investment that we made, we've got those wireless microphones.
Yes.
I set it all up at the weekend and test ran it. So we'd be able to have two microphones. So if we wanted to capture an interview at the end where we're both like, do you know what I mean?
Talking. Yeah. Yeah,
we'd be able to do that. So that would be really good. So there's like other little development things that we can do for this show and things that we can work on and take places because it's all wireless. We're not going to be restrained to being around the mic. One of the bits of feedback I got last week was that Shane is so small that when I stood back and Shane came on the frame, we could only really see his eyebrows and forehead.
Right.
Whereas we'd be able to actually adjust these things remotely this time.
Yeah, there we go. Connor, look at Baxter turning into Chris Kamara. Absolutely brilliant. We've got a few kind of updates to bring from games, and we've actually got some footage of the penalty in this Town game, which is brilliant. Fakenham had just tweeted out saying not much has happened since the goal. A few more breakthroughs from both ends of the pitch, but so far it is still 1-0 to Galston.
Galston are going to be quite happy with that, I will say.
Yeah.
Like,
go on.
Oh, another Hadley yellow card. Oh dear.
You saw that a lot the other day. Hadley player goes into the book for a late challenge. Another bad free kick, and this one is punched away from danger by the goalkeeper. We've got two updates to bring you. So this, first of all, is the penalty. Oh. I want to watch that again because that was brilliant.
That's a banger.
You really do not say that. That's a really good penalty. That's a really, really good penalty. And then we've had this opportunity.
How they paid for restricted view seats?
That's actually a really good. Ooh, good effort. Going close there. That's on the 26th minute. So I said we've got the penalty, which is brilliant. I absolutely love that from UEA. Keep all of those updates coming in. We've got our first non-league dogs picture. I absolutely love that. Look, there they are, non-league dogs. Brilliant. Do you follow these guys on Instagram? Because they are brilliant.
I will be, because I can imagine we'll be taking my dog to some games. So
yeah, if you don't follow non-league dogs on Instagram, make sure you do it, because honestly, it's one of my favorite Instagram pages. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it.
You're like an armadillo, you are, James. You've got this hard exterior of loving football, and underneath you're an absolute wetty that loves looking at pictures of puppies and kittens.
What can I say? Update from the Mulbars and Lakenheath game. We've got the Lakenheath player, Debenham, has gone into the book, and they are on a yellow card now. Alex, doing bits, lads. Love it. Really appreciate that, mate. Really appreciate that.
There you go. We'll get a load of dogs.
Yeah, just whatever game you're at, send in your pictures of your animals to non-league dogs. I'm sure they'll absolutely love it. So let's go through some of the score updates as we're now come right round to the beginning of the score. So far in the FA Cup replays, it's 1-0 to Lakenheath and Mulbarton. The Witton game so far, we haven't had any updates from that, but we've got it down as 0-0.
You won't get anything till half time.
Really? Right, okay.
Yeah, no.
Northampton versus Godmanchester's 0-0. Bramford Athletic versus Hadley's 0-0. Galston are winning 1-0 against Fakenham. Thetford 0, Walsham Llewellows 1. And from the Furlough None North, it's Debenham 0, Harleston 0, Diss Town 1, UEA 0, Parsons Drove 0-0 against Wisbech St Mary. Framlingham and Leiston Reserves is 0-0. And from the Furlough None South, it's Sudbury Reserves 0, Haverhill Borough 0, and Wivenhoe 1. Cornard 0. We don't know why the other two games are on that. I'm just going to get rid of those because they take place to.
How have we missed a game here somewhere? Oh, because we haven't got the Essex Senior. Little Oakley are playing Stanway tonight, and we've missed it.
We can put that up on the screen if people want us to cover that. We can do that.
Might be something because we've got a few clubs that are more local to us, and I know some people from Stanway do follow us.
Okay.
And right now, Stanway are 2-0 up to Little Oakley.
So, what game's that from? Sorry, mate.
It's Little Oakley versus Stanway Rovers.
No, the league. Sorry.
Essex Senior.
Essex Senior. We can put the scoreline on there. Sure, we can. Essex Senior. Stanway 2. Did you say yeah?
Yep. The
Stanway
lad that scored that goal at the weekend is on the bench again for Stanway.
Little Oakley 0. There we go. Updated across the bottom for you. I'll tell you what, if we go over to Little Oakley's profile, we can see a couple of the goals from their game, actually. Or actually the penalty. Let's bring it up on screen. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? This is what we're here for, right?
Tidy that, isn't it?
Good penalty.
Yeah, really tidy.
Very good. Very, very good penalty. So that's from the Stanway versus Little Oakley game. Yeah, as I said, if people want us to cover their games, we are more than happy to do so. We have got a couple of goals coming in and a couple of updates from some of the other games that are going on in this evening's
action.
Yes. Here we go. So let's bring some of this stuff up on the screen. Dan, you've got an update for us, my man. What is happening in your game?
Yep, so it's now Thetford Town 0, Walsham Llewellows 2.
Ooh.
Let me get this right. Kieran Twin got to the byline, cut it back, and Jamie Smith was there to nab his second of the game. That's 2-0 to Walsham.
Wow. Brilliant. Again, is that kind of gone with the run of play so far? How had Thetford reacted to going 1-0 down, or was this kind of to be expected, do you think?
So Walsham had been reasonably comfortable. Nathan Clark had a header from a free kick that went over the bar when he really should have scored. Ross Bailey made a good block to keep out one at the other end.
Right.
But other than that, there's not too much to report, really.
Still cagey, or has it opened up a bit now the second goal's gone in, Dan?
Well, that was only about 2 minutes ago, and there's a man down at the moment, so there's not been too much play since the goal.
Okay. Cheers, mate.
Love that. 2-0 to Walsham. Really appreciate the update, Dan. Nice one, mate. So, yeah, 2-0. Absolutely love that. Ipswich, come on down. Says, come on, Parsons. Sorry, Adam. I went to Wisbech with Witton, and they are a really dirty side. Vinny, Dan knows the names of every. I know he's like an encyclopedia for non-league football. He's absolutely incredible. His knowledge is absolutely mental.
And is quite an asset for us to have. Call on, to be honest.
100%. And the fact is, he wants to come on the show as well. He's been actively approaching me, saying, "Next time you're doing it, contact me. I want to come on again. I want to provide updates for you," which is exactly what we want. So yeah, update from the Ipswich game. Apparently Ipswich have just hit the post. Macaulay Bonne. Apparently he's from Ipswich. Apparently he comes from the
Do you not know?
Chantry area. Did you know
Yeah.
that? It's
Yeah.
the first time I've ever heard about it tonight. But
Yeah.
there you go. And yeah, confirmation of
You've missed one.
of the Walsham goal there. So 2-0 to Walsham. We do have a goal finally in the Furlough None. We've got our first update of the evening. It is Debenham 0, Halston 1. So Debenham going 1-0 down in that game in the Furlough None North. So big goal in that game. Lakenheath have provided an update. We're really struggling to find rhythm here since our first goal remains 1-0. That's interesting.
Good update from a club. I like that.
That's quite interesting, actually. To be fair, I quite like that. A little bit of honesty in non-league football. Half an hour gone. This is an update from the UEA saying half an hour gone, and UEA have reacted well to going behind. Wardale and Cooper at the back are dealing well with the Tangis goalkeeper's long balls, and we're looking creative up front. Bossing possession with Jake Conway looking dangerous, running in behind. And it's just a picture of their gaffer. Good update. Love that.
It looks like further to Dan saying somebody was down injured. They've actually had to come off.
Really?
Just in an update on Thetford's account, full off, Dixon on.
Yeah. And there's the update coming in from Halston. It looks like Callum Olpin is the goal scorer for Halston in their game. Any other updates that we've got coming through on here? No, I think that brings
How do you get rid of Love Island adverts?
I don't know.
All over my Twitter, it's driving me mad.
Because one of the annoying things about that is I've actually banned the words Love Island on my Twitter, so it shouldn't come up. But the adverts are still there. I can't get rid of them. Annoyingly,
I wouldn't even know how to ban the words Love Island.
Oh,
it makes me laugh that you struggle to follow people, but you know how to ban words.
Oh no, I just when something annoys me that much, I will go out of my way. I will go out of my way. Another update from the UEA saying 2 great challenges in as many minutes. Referee waves away the home protest as Cooper goes in hard but fair.
We've got an update from Witton.
Oh, here we go. Go on then.
Ollie Dunlop has been yellow carded, but they've also crept the score in there. It's Witton United 1, whatever the name of the team they're playing, 0.
Against Kempston. They're 1-0 up, are they?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
They haven't got. We haven't appointed anyone there yet to actually do the Twitter feed. So
right, okay. So yeah, this is the update coming in from what Adam was referring to, Ollie Dunlop. But yeah, there it is. It says that they are currently 1-0 up. Okay, fair enough. We'll go with that. Witton are 1-0 up.
It's a step 4 opposition, so we'll definitely take that.
Yeah. Come on, Thetford. Sorry, come on, Witton. Who scored? Your guess is as good as ours. Your guess is as good as ours.
The F5 key on my keyboard is getting some proper working out tonight.
We will try and figure it out, Vinny. We'll try, I think you did say we're going to get a halftime update, didn't we? From somebody at the game tonight.
Well, I think it's Ethan Clark with the goal.
There we go.
On 30 minutes.
Love that. We've got another update coming in. You must have watched Love Island as the adverts are generated, but it's really not. I honestly bloody hate that show. I don't know why it's there. I don't know why it's there. Yeah, love that from Ethan Clark. So another update coming in from the game at the UEA, just so we've got James's perspective on this. 35 minutes gone at Dis. It's still 1-0, but Dis are starting to get more chances. They have had corners in the past 10 minutes, but no end product. So an interesting perspective there from James.
I don't think you want to let Dis get a foot in the door, though, now, at the minute. Not with the players they've got up top.
And there we go. We've just had it confirmed from the Witton's Twitter page. It is Ethan Clark who has scored the goal. And yes, they are 1-0 up at the moment in their game. We'll try and get more updates from that as we continue throughout the evening. Got a good tackle in the Lakenheath game to deny Mole Barston. I'm sure we'll get Mole Barston's perspective in a few moments as well. There's been a substitution in the Fakenham game. It doesn't say whether or not this is a forced one by way of an injury, but Jordan Atree has come off. and Callum Brain has come on in the 32nd minute. So if it is a tactical change, it's an interesting one. I would have thought at that time it's an injury. We'll try and find out. Hopefully, someone will provide us a bit of an update on that one as we kind of go through the show. But we'll see on that one. We've got a goal in the game between Framlingham and Leiston Reserves. We've got a bit of an update here from the Leiston Twitter feed. They are 1-0 up away from home against Framlingham. Ben Stannard's brilliant ball from the right-hand side sees Nicky Shopov control the ball brilliantly, taking it into the box and slotted past the Framlingham goalkeeper. And they are 1-0 up. I mean, they were my team that I was worried about.
Some start to the season, this is.
They've been brilliant so far. What was I worried about? What was I worried about? Absolutely fantastic start from them.
What do we know is more the point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people always say, "Oh, you shouldn't be saying this because you have such a..." Like, no one listens to us because we don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Well, we make it up as we go along. It just turns out all right.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Other people do.
Hannah's managed to get photos and send them to me already from the goal.
Jesus Christ. Really? Fair play to her. She's relentless, that girl. Update from the Ipswich game. Apparently, best move from Town so far comes in the 40th minute. Sonny Aluko and Janai Danasien combine, with the latter whipping in across from the far right-hand side. Macaulay Bomb meets it well, but can't quite hit the target. 40 minutes in, they are still 1-0 down in their game against Newport County. Hadley have updated their Twitter to say on the 36th minute, they are now on top. Defending having to be done at the other end now as Bramford defending in numbers. So it's maybe what we kind of expect from a Bramford Athletic side of things. That they do like to they are very, very good defensively, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bramford, they will kind of sit back when they have to.
Quite methodical with the way they attack. Like, if you remember last year, they just waited their time and then got it up the wings when they were
very clinical, weren't they?
Yeah.
When we watched them, very, very clinical.
They didn't seem to waste much energy either, did they?
No,
they weren't running for the sake of running. I was impressed by them.
Is it another Wolfington mistake? Not entirely sure, Adam. Do you know what happened for the Ipswich goal? Do you know?
I don't know. The whole of Ipswich's centre-back pairings, whoever they can use, is a mistake, to be honest. So
let's see if
you're only going to get limited updates on it. The best way to go is Stuart Watson. He'll tell you how it is.
Yeah, let's
go. Reliable Ipswich journalism.
Well, yeah, that or the Kings of Anglia, or what's the other one? What's the name I'm trying to think of? There's another one. I can't remember it for the life of me. It'll come to me. Let's see what Stuart Watson said about the goal.
It was really early on, wasn't it? Aluko concedes a free kick. Newport take it quickly. Azaz's low cross from the left is finished by the deftest of flicks by Timmy Abraham. He's put Tammy by mistake.
Yeah, so it doesn't appear as if it was a mistake.
It's no one's fault. Someone's obviously not picked the runner up, have they?
all of the words that James struggles to say, and then Janai Danasien, I've probably spelled that wrong, just rolls off the tongue.
Vinny, I wish I could show you the clip of the first time he tried to say Timu Puku, because he came out with Timmy Puku.
Timmy Puku, yeah.
Timmy Puku.
Yeah,
let's have a look at Timmy Puku. It's on his YouTube channel still.
Yeah,
so
you can go and have a look for it. Yeah, it's not my finest hour. Let's put it that way.
Props for you to keep it up on there, though, mate.
Yeah, well, it's one of the most viewed ones, isn't it? Got to keep the ad revenue coming in somehow.
There's still a corner of the Norwich fan base that say, "I'm sure his name's Timmy Puku."
Yeah. Update from the Wisbech versus Parsons game. Parsons goalkeeper. Parsons have actually had a goal disallowed. Wisbech have had to make an early substitution as the right back has gone off injured. And we've also had a booking for a Wisbech player. So Wisbech have had a player taken off through injury. They've got one of their players on a yellow card, and Parsons have also had a goal disallowed.
Mike Williams is at the Peterborough Sports game. I have no idea if it's a friendly or what it is, but they're drawing 2-2 with Yaxley.
Yes, I've just had a load of these updates come through as well, actually.
There's all sorts going on.
This is brilliant. Absolutely love it, though. Yeah, really appreciate that, Mike. Let's have a look. Let's go on to Peterborough Sports. Current Evo Stick champions. Against Yaxley. I can't. Is this a league game? I'm not sure if this is a league game.
It can't be. It seems too early. It's not listed as a friendly either, so I'm not really sure what it is. Donnell Wright has picked up a yellow card for
pre-season game. Pre-season. It is pre-season. So there we go. Sorry, mate. You had which update did you have?
Yeah, in Debenham game, Donnell Wright has just picked up a yellow card. Yellow card for Donnell Wright. There we go. Any other updates which are coming through? No, it's all pretty quiet towards the end of the first half so far in all of our games that we're covering this evening. There doesn't seem to be much late drama going on in the first half. So many of these could end up going to flipping overtime, extra time.
Overtime? What
am I talking about? Overtime!
Brilliant. Well, in terms of the games that we have got going on in the FA Cup, especially, we've got Lakenheath who are 1-0 up, Witton who are 1-0 up. It's literally the Northampton versus the God Manchester game, which we don't know an awful lot. I don't know how we can
get any information from it.
No, I'm not really sure. Let me just see whether or not.
Anyone got any God Manchester based?
No, they're not. They haven't provided any updates, and Northampton haven't tweeted since August the 9th. So we're not going to get any updates on that game at all this evening. So we might have to drop that out of the timer here because we're not going to.
We'll have to wait until the end of the night, and we should pick it up off Full Time FA. James, Matchday Marketing in our other chat has sent us something which needs to be brought up on the screen. If you are scrolling Twitter and you see anything that you find funny or anything else that we haven't spotted, send it in. Just tag at Soccer Suffolk, and we will get it on. Sounds a bit naughty, that, isn't it?
Here we go. Let's get it up on the screen here.
Getting it on and getting it up.
Is this what you were? Is this what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got to be burying that. Let's watch it again. Yeah, I think even I could finish that, and that is saying something.
You can finish your dinner, James.
Half time between Wisbech and Carpenter's Grove. It is currently 0-0. We're getting some updates being typed into the chat as we speak. So hopefully we'll get a bit of a half time. We'll get some more updates as they come in. Brilliant. Vinny has expect to read that one out a few times this season. The yellow cards. Brilliant.
He's got to start as he means to go on, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. We've lost Adam. Not entirely sure where he's gone. He'll come back in a minute. I'm sure he will do. There he is.
So I just refreshed the wrong window.
Brilliant. We got a halftime score from the Dis game. It is Dis 1, UEA 0. We'll try and get a bit of an update from halftime as and when we can do. Hopefully, we've got some few people coming trying to dial in. Dan has just sent me in an update on Twitter. He just said halftime is now Thetford 0, Walsham 2, Jamie Smith and Charlie Norman with the goals. Not much to report since the second goal.
Thetford have actually put on their own Twitter that it was a poor half for them.
Have they really? Is that what they've just tweeted out? There we go.
It is a fan-led Twitter account, though, hence why they got away with calling the opposition Arsley all day long on a Saturday. But you know.
Brilliant. Let's bring you in the updates from halftime, man. So as I said, halftime is this town 1, the UEA 0. Any other updates that are coming in? Poor half for the town. Very, very, very simple. Very, very simple update there. And they are currently losing 2-0 to Walsham. It's half time at Framlingham, which is Framlingham 0, Leiston Reserves 1. Goal is the difference between the both sides in a very even half. So quite an honest account there from the Leiston Twitter feed. Walsham, love the GIF. Not going to lie, absolutely love that. Walsham 2, Thetford 0. And we've got, it's been all town, but a 4th-minute strike for the Exiles has them in front after 45 minutes. Ipswich are currently losing 1-0. I have to say, I do like these graphics. They are very impressive. They are very impressive from the actual
that's
Twitter.
that HKZ, isn't it, or whatever his name is.
Mm.
They are pretty awesome.
And we've got, there we go, a goal update from
the
game between Galston and Fakenham. A stroke on the half time for Connor Deeks. It makes it 2-0 to Galston, Robert, at half time. Galston, Jesus Christ. There we go. There we go.
Galston.
And they are 2-0 up. 2-0 up.
Lloyd Clark is finding himself in the book at Witton.
Shock.
He's a good boy.
Oh, what update?
There is a goal on Twitter being put up. You've been tagged in it already. I'm being beaten to it here.
Oh.
Banger.
This is from last night. Love that. Fair enough. That's in the Berrytown under 18s.
I didn't realise the under 18s play on Mondays.
That goal there. And other than that, a halftime score coming in from Rushton and Diamond. Halftime between Bromford Athletic and Hadley is currently 0-0. 2 evenly matched sides so far, so not really an awful lot to report on that one. It's halftime between Debenham and Holston. Holston are currently winning 1-0 away from home, as we just said.
There's very few goals about, isn't there? It's very quiet tonight.
Not very many. Half time between Lakenheath and Mulbarton. Lakenheath find themselves 1-0 up away from home in the FA Cup replay. As we said, 0-0 between Bromford and Hadley. It's now 1-0 to Witton, as I said, at half time in their game against Kempston Rovers in the FA Cup replay. And we've got confirmation that it's now half time between Fakenham and Galston.
Galston.
Galston. Always believe in your soul. And then we got the halftime update from Debenham as well. So as Adam said, there's not really a massive amount of goals going around at the moment, but we do have the updates going across the screen. Mulbarton 0, Lakenheath 1, Witton 1, Kempston 0. Northampton versus God Manchester. We'll have to find that game out at full time when we are able to get updates from full time. It's Bramford 0, Hadley 0, Galston 2, Fakenham 0, Thetford 0, Walsham 2. In the Furlong North, it's Debenham 0, Holston 1, Diss 1, UEA 0, Parsons Drove and Wisbeach is 0-0. We've got Framlingham 0, Leiston Reserves 1, and in the Furlong South, it is Sudbury Reserves 0, Haverhill Borough 0, and Wivenhoe 1, Cornard 0. So not very many goals on that one.
Just up the road from us a little bit. I know it's slightly outside of our coverage, but step 5 all the same. Peterborough Northern Star are beating Biggleswade United 7-1 at half time.
Oh. Jesus.
That game is live on YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, they're currently streaming some information about Messi signing at PSG, but I don't know how much of that I can bear to put up with.
Let's answer this question coming in from One Ipswich Town. Says, what do you think of the Ipswich transfer business? I'll let you handle this one, Adam. It's more of your area of things.
Too top heavy at the moment. We've got, I say that, but we've still have got less forwards than we had on the books at the end of last season. It would have just been nicer to see us recruit in a more balanced up and down the pitch way, rather than load up the strikers and then worry about the defence later, because it's clearly going to cost us. I don't think having Kane Vincent-Young as the only right back is a sensible approach to the season. We need to sign a permanent backup to him. We need 2 centre backs that are solid, and if I'm being completely greedy, I'd want 2 more central midfielders. Then I think we're done. There's players that we've brought in. Like, I don't think Aluko's ever really going to start a league game. He'll be an impact player off the bench if they want to hold the ball up and defend leads. But for all the excitement of a transfer window, it means nothing until you start winning some matches, does it? And so far, Paul Cook has never really proven that he can win a great deal of matches. So judgment remains reserved, but I think we're doing business in the right way. Money isn't really being spent. It's being very well balanced. We've got a lot of championship wages that were freed up by those that left. And that's allowing us the power to do what we're doing. So it looks silly, but what we've really done is waited 2 years to capitalise on relegation in terms of how we reform a squad. And maybe we're doing it at the right time. I just feel like we're like a couple of marquee signings away from... There hasn't been like the signing of someone that's an out-and-out captain for the side.
Right.
We just need a couple of leaders in there. Bit of a mismatch at the moment.
Right.
But I can't really complain after so many years of misery, and then this happens.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. Couple of halftime reports and updates to bring into the show. We've just apparently there was a really good chance for Wisbech St Mary right before the halftime whistle. Really, really good chance. I'm being told. I'm not sure how he missed it. So
Wisbech.
And we've got a bit of an update coming in from James Baxter, who is at the UEA and Diss game. He's put halftime at Brewers Green Lane. Diss Town are winning 1-0 against UEA after all of the early possession and chances. UEA, they just could not convert, but the goal was a very dubious penalty award, which I thought should not have been a penalty. After the goal, it was a bit more end-to-end. It now makes up for an interesting second half. Now it is time for a halftime pint and maybe a burger. More updates.
Maybe a burger. Baxter, you'll get 2 burgers in. We all know what you're like. Pictures are live on Hannah Parnell's account of the celebrations from the goal if you want to show off some more ridiculous photography. She knows how to capture a moment.
Let's see if I can go over to... You're able to share on your screen, can't you?
Right, let's have fun.
So really appreciate that. Really appreciate that.
Like Hannah, where have you gone?
Like the backgrounds. Yeah, we're really chuffed with it. We're really, really chuffed with it. So thank you very much. All thanks to Matchday Marketing. If you guys need any stuff sorted out, he is definitely your main man because he produced this during the show last night and it looks absolutely incredible. Shem, evening all, just watched last night's show, top quality. Really appreciate that, mate. Really appreciate that. It was a tricky show in parts to know how to get the right balance on things, but we think we've done a good job, so we're pleased with that. Brandon 0, East Harling 1 is a full-time score. First game back in senior football for 8 years for Brandon. I'll need to know what you think, mate, of East Harling and what they're like. Maybe it's a club that you know a little bit of history about. But for first game back in senior football, congratulations to the guys over at Brandon. Really, really do. Adam, this is your screen you're currently sharing. So this is Hannah's work, right? From the game that's going on.
Yeah, half celebrations from that. But just thought I'd bring my attention to the cheeky little non-league show logos that are on there, on the arms. Are you not using 2 screens?
Yeah, no, I am.
Oh, you've just got the show on the little one.
Yeah, I've got the show here, and then all of my updates on the big screen.
I see.
I'll go and have a look at Hannah's stuff right now.
How do I stop sharing that one?
Is there a show next Tuesday and Wednesday? I'll be at Needham Tuesday and Claydon Wednesday.
This is my last one for 2 weeks, probably. Up to you, James.
I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing next week. I think I will. I know I'll be available. I'll definitely be available because I think I don't have a car next week. So I won't be able to go to a games, but I will definitely be doing this if I can. But I'm 99% sure that I will be doing these shows because I know there's a lot of SIL games going on Wednesday, which people want me to cover. So yeah, I've just had a load of pictures sent in to me via the Leyston's Twitter page.
Oh, lovely job.
Which is absolutely brilliant. Really appreciate that from the guys over at Leyston. So I'm just going to show them.
Get them a bit of coverage
on the screen here, which is absolutely fantastic. So here are a couple of shots from the Framlingham game.
It's a bit naughty.
I like it.
Yeah,
definitely like it. There's a close up of it.
I thought Leyston had partnered with Kappa.
Well, Joma have really boomed this season, haven't they? They've really gone. Obviously, I know they manufactured the Norwich kit, but they've really not non-league wise. They've done really, really well. So I'm impressed by that. And the final picture coming in.
That previous one, I wasn't too impressed with the defender's mobility. Go to the one up.
This one.
What's that guy in the middle doing? Oh, there's football going on over there.
Just casual.
That's all right, boys. That'll go out.
But really appreciate Leyston for sending those over to me. That is really, really appreciated.
There's also some pictures on the Walsham feed from their game.
Yes, yeah. Let's bring them up on the screen here. I do have a bit of an update from one of our games to bring you in a moment. Unfortunately, it's not good news, but we'll bring that in just a moment. So here is a few of the pictures from the Walsham's Twitter page, which is absolutely brilliant. Love that. Nice bit of cheeky advertising for Smith and Pitch in there. Love this. There we go. 2 updates, 2 goal updates. Joma or no Macron. Are these live scores? Yes, we're reacting to all of the games that are going on this Tuesday night. We've got the FA Cup, lots of games going on in the Furlough None Prem, North and South, which we are reacting to. Marcus put, who else thinks the Witten kit looks awful this season? Much rather their last season's kit.
I've worked very hard on that Witten kit, so I'm not going to take that. First time we've had sponsors for 5 years, Mark. Give me a break.
Yeah. So yeah, the update is actually coming from the game. Let me just bring up on my screen here. The game between Mulbarton and Lakenheath, it was actually stopped a little bit early due to an injured player. And there's just been a bit of an update on that. Today's match against Mulbarton has been paused due to a very serious injury. Updates will be made in due course. I don't know if we're able to get.
I'm on it.
I don't know who it was. Let me just have a look. See if we can go onto the Mulbarton's Twitter page and have a look for that. I don't know which side of it was for.
I've just reached out to Jack to see if I can get anything.
Lakenheath player is currently down. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one and see if we can get any updates from that. But
they've called half time though.
Yeah, I said I think they stopped it literally about 2 or 3 minutes early, so they didn't really bring the first half that early to a close. But yeah, it will be interesting to see whether or not we can get any action going on in that game towards the second. Obviously, the injury takes priority, so hopefully it's not as serious as first thought. As first feared, rather, and we hopefully we'll be able to get a bit of an update on that one. We'll see.
Sprowston are playing against Stalham Town tonight, and they've accidentally tagged Matt Blake as the team they're playing against. So Stalham Town at half time put FC Sprowston 2, Steak Bake Blake 1. What?
Yes, I've just seen that.
Not deleted yet. I understand that's a team that Matchday Marketing works with, so I think he could probably. There's a graphic for that.
Yeah, definitely. Shem, George Tuck at Leighton Reserves in that picture. What a player and one for the future. Lee has asked, what do we think of Debenham's chances this season? Well, I had them tipped to do quite well before a ball was kicked.
I thought they might struggle.
Yeah, so... you weren't as confident, were you? Let's put it that way. What were your? I don't know. I want to see how things kind of level out after the first maybe 7 or 8 games. I think that's my kind of like normal guide to see how I think.
We're not even doing league tables, are we? We've decided until there's been a month played.
No, we never do until at least 5 games into a season because it just doesn't really seem worth it. I think you'll kind of get a bit of an understanding.
Okay.
5
just
games
got an update on the Lakenheath game.
Right. What's the update that we've got?
Looks like a possibility of a broken ankle. Went in for a challenge and foot twisted in the ground, waiting for an ambulance. Unlikely the game will continue.
Oh, horrible news. Because I mean, I can only go by my kind of experience of what was done when my ankle busted up. It's not a nice thing. Really, really horrible to hear that.
Seen too much of this already this season.
Really appreciate that, Lee. Thanks for the feedback, mate. We will definitely keep going as the season progresses. Connor, hate to say it, but Debenham will struggle this season. So Connor is agreeing with you there, Adam, on what you think on that one. But yeah, like I said, 5 or 6 games, maybe kind of get to 7 or 8, and we'll see where kind of teams lie, see what's going on with them. But so far, they've played 2 games, they've won 1, they lost 1. We'll see. Like I said, we'll just see. We'll see. I think it's going to take quite a few teams to get a few games under the belt and a bit of a rhythm going to see what happens.
We should be underway again now, shouldn't we?
We are. We've got the Thetford game has kicked off. Fakenham game has kicked off as well. We've had the game at UEA between Dis has also kicked off 5 minutes into these games, and there's not an awful lot going on at any of the games that we've got. So no updates so far in the second half. Sorry I'm late to the party. Ipswich Vale Excise are in the building. Who got the Witten goal? It's Ethan Clark, wasn't it?
Ethan Clark, yeah.
Yep. With the goal. So far, no other updates than that from that game. But we do obviously have the news that I think the Mulbarton game is going to be called off. From what we hear, there's been an injury to a Lakenheath player. It looks as if it's an ankle injury. We don't know more than that at this point, but we're literally waiting for an ambulance at that game. And chances are it's not going to be. The game won't be able to carry on.
Teddy Bishop has scored for Lincoln. For any Ipswich fans in the building,
right?
Wroxham reserves. We won't worry about that.
Ipswich Vale have put in here. Connor, I agree. It's a shame, but I think Debenham will struggle. The players they have signed are very underwhelming. Some have gone from SIL Div 1 and below straight into that side. Some players some players at that level of football are still talented players, but yeah, it doesn't.
That leap is big though, James.
Yeah, it is a big leap. No, it is a big leap.
I think that's what you've got. I think that's the point that's being made there. There's being a good player, and there's climbing that many levels, and yeah, I think sometimes the difference between the senior and step 6 is marginal. At times,
yeah, senior
the bottom half of that league certainly, but to compete, You think the Ipswich Wanderers are in that level?
Yeah. Yeah, no, true. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Just whilst there is a bit of a low in some of the score lines coming through, I'm just going to go quickly grab my water bottle. It'll be 2 seconds. Adam, keep going, my friends.
Just imagine being the owner of a show where you can just walk off as and when you want. Just leave it to me with no warning. I'll keep refreshing some scores and seeing if anything else happens. It's all looking rather quiet though at the moment. Colchester United, don't know why I've got them on my feed, but they're still drawing 0-0 with Birmingham.
Wasn't gone for very long.
Oh God, it took ages. Ipswich have just had a goal disallowed. Macaulay Bonne again. God, that man, he's going to be good, I think.
Macaulay Bonne has acres of space and heads in, but the linesman has his flag up for offside. Well, yeah, that's probably a reason why he was in acres of space, because he was offside.
All right, Captain Obvious.
That's why Jeff has a 60-second ad break. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
We literally, if anybody wants to sponsor the show so we can make that a reality, then get in touch.
We don't really want to be advertising ball trimmers or whatever Manscaped are into these days. I saw that West Ham United have got a main sponsorship with Manscaped. So they really are trying to force their way into making everyone's bollocks bald, aren't they, Manscaped?
Yes, yeah. It's a one ball mission.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Lee has put on here. Yeah, it's a shame they got outclassed by Huntington on the weekend.
Right.
Yeah. I think it might be a difficult season for him, but as I said, we'll kind of see how things lie after a few games in. But yeah, so far, we've got a bit of an update from James at the Diss UEA game. He said long ball forward by Diss, nearly 2-0, but straight into the side netting. So it is still 1-0. So Diss coming very, very close with an opportunity there. Any other updates coming on?
Hadley is starting strong, apparently.
Yeah. Manscaped are welcome to sponsor us, says Ipswich Power Exiles. Ipswich are losing 1-0, and the Ipswich retirement home are drawing 0-0. Goals haven't been our strength of recent years. We need some idea on who would be best type of sponsors. I think if we were to do it for this show, because
there isn't a type, is there?
No,
it's just whoever's up for it.
Yeah, because this show is going to be very sporadic throughout the year. At the early stages, and then we'll see how things go, and then it might be something that's a bit of a flagship moving forward. I kind of want like a main sponsor so that they are in the title of the show. So, like with Gillette Soccer Saturday, I want it to be like that. So we have sponsor non-league now.
He literally wants it to be the Ann Summers non-league now.
Yeah, that the Love Honey non-league now.
Love Honey non-league now. Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, look, if anyone, I don't mind. Like, I'm up for anything. Not like that.
He'll sell his soul for it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if Ipswich Town wanted to sponsor this show, like fair, whatever. Ed Sheeran wants to pop on board, go for it. I don't care. I'm not bothered. But yeah, anybody that wants to invest in the channel and the show, I'm more than there
was an Asian gambling firm that were looking to get into football in this region, but they lost a deal. I wonder if they still want to have any involvement.
Yeah. We'll see. James, if you get a chance at any point, would you please give Sands? Yes, good point. I'll do that now whilst there's not a massive amount going on in the game. Thank you very much for reminding me. Bear with me a few moments. So I'm just going to bring this up on the screen here. So yeah, tomorrow night. Beg your pardon. On Saturday, this Saturday, Ipswich Vale Exiles, their reserves, are going to be playing against Sands United in a charity match. Sands United is a national network of football teams aimed at using the power of football to support dads that have lost babies. Sands United FC Ipswich support dads in the Ipswich and Suffolk area through football sessions that give a safe space to dads to discuss and give coping support through the power of football. The players on the day will be donating their subs to the cause, but we've also set up a Just Giving page for anyone that may want to donate and support the cause. Even if you cannot donate, we ask that you please share this to give it maximum exposure. So yes, I will put the link for their Just Giving page into the chat right now. If you can, please put anything towards it. I'm going to put something towards it after the show. Actually, thank you very much for reminding me. But yeah, if you can put anything towards it, as I said, Sands United helping those who have lost children. So yeah, really, really good cause. I said I'll be putting something towards it. Thank you very much for reminding me. Well done. No problem at all. So yeah, if you can, as I said, link is in the chat. Nando's non-league show. Again, I'm up for it. If anybody wants to, I'll be well up for that. I did ask Warner Brothers Studios if they would sponsor the show. The tour guide wasn't impressed.
The Harry Potter non-league show.
Yes. We need to make that happen.
Well, someone else suggested Total Football, like a local sportswear supply company thing.
Anybody.
Would be good. We like local business.
Yeah. Yes. Do Sands United play in a league? I don't think they don't play in a league. They just play
fundraising matches.
Yeah, fundraising matches, mate. Yeah, they've played Debenham in recent years, and as I said, they've now got a game against Ipswich Vale Exiles. Have you guys ever considered doing a feature on some of the local youth
Absolute
teams?
minefield, Lee.
Yeah, from a logistics point of view and from a red tape kind of thing. It's just
something we want to do, something that we're worried about doing, because if you do a feature, you want to get some film and everything in, and that means we've got to then ask for consent, and YouTube then asks for all sorts of things to be done whenever you publish under 18s. It's a bit of a tricky one. So bit of an update. Witton have conceded the substitute that has come on for Kempston Rovers.
Just going to say Ipswich will love this scoreline that's coming in 1-1 between Witton and Kempston. So I think this is our first goal of the second half, and it's coming in the FA Cup replay. It is now 1-1 between Witton and Kempston. Any other updates that are coming along? Let's scroll.
Referee is reviewing the situation at Mulbarton at 9:30. They're trying to speed the ambulance up.
Right. Okay. So a bit of an update going on there. Currently waiting on the ambulance. Referee to review the situation at 9:30. Player is being well looked after, which is good. As I said, hopefully we'll get a bit of an update coming through. But obviously the most important thing is the player. And hopefully they are okay. Whether or not the game can resume at 9:30, we will have to wait and see. Give Twitter a bit of a refresh to see if there's any other goals that have come in or any other updates. A couple of substitutions being taken place in the Fakenham match. But other than that, no other scorelines and updates to provide you with. So yeah, just that one scoreline between Witton and Kempston. Mulbarton, Lakenheath will get a bit of an update later on to see whether or not we can, if that game is able to continue. Baz just providing Kempston have equalised. I thought it was only fair after being charged £7 for it. Oh, butterbeer. I absolutely love butterbeer. I've got some of it actually in the room here, right around the corner there. Sat there waiting for a special day.
When did you last go to Harry Potter Land?
Oh no, I got some sent in for me for my birthday.
Oh,
Someone bought it for my
Well,
birthday.
Harry Potter actually sent it to you personally.
Yeah. It said, if unable to deliver to this address, please return to cupboard under the stairs.
Such an idiot. It's where your missus keeps you anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah. Very, very true. Very, very true. Right, we've got some updates. We finally, I think the second half is really now kicking off.
Action.
We do have some updates to provide you. First of all, Fakenham is a red card. They are now down to 10 men. So Galston, not only are they 2-0 up, Fakenham have now gone down to 10 men. We have got also a penalty in the game at UEA and Dis. And here is the penalty incident. Let's get up on the screen.
Oh dear.
Was that? Let's watch
clumsy.
It again.
That's clumsy.
Let's watch it again.
Hold him back his shirt.
Would that have been given if the other one wasn't so contentious?
Oh, that's always going to be in the mind, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. But
we need Irv in the building. He'd tell us if it's a pen. He loves giving penalties out.
And it looks as if the goal has been dispatched. It's 1-1 between UEA and Dis Town.
Baxter's in for a good second half.
So 2 penalties in that game is Dis 1, UEA 1, and that's now sets things up perfectly. Penalty to Brantham, but they've missed.
Oh,
it's 0-0 still. An opportunity for Brantham Athletic has been squandered. And I think we might have the goal from the UEA game. We do.
It's UEA footage.
Yeah. Good pen. Good penalty. There we go. Give him a bit of a shout. Why the hell not? So yeah, Dis Town and UEA is 1-1, and we've had Brantham missing a penalty in their game against Hadley. Big opportunity there to go 1-0 up for those guys. But it doesn't say whether or not it was a save. It just says that
Punter saved it.
It was a save, was it?
Yeah. He saved one last week against Witten as well.
There you go. Love that knowledge from you, my friend. Shem, sad news on the player. Hope they're okay. Game will have to be played Saturday if it is postponed. Which, yeah, I said hopefully it doesn't happen and we are able to resume the game. But obviously, the players
faking them from their official account are claiming that it's been absolutely shocking from the ref. Yellow at the most. Shocking listening to the fans. Terrible. Matty Franks red carded for nothing. Well, it's interesting it's been red carded for nothing when they're saying it was a yellow at the most. Won't stop. Come on, you ghosts.
Where are you getting that? Let me go on to Fakenham's page.
That was 2 minutes ago, James. So,
there we go.
Do you follow them or not?
Yeah, no, they're there. They're there. They're just not updating on my page. Let's just show this so that everyone can get a bit of an update here. Absolutely shocking from the ref. Yellow at the most. Listening to the fans. Terrible. Matty Franks red card for nothing. Won't stop. Come on, you ghosts. Wow, strong words there. Strong words.
Some people would say, "Woo!" after reading such a Mardy tweet.
We do have a goal as well in the Debenham versus Holston game. Holston are now 2-0 up against Debenham.
Game over, do you reckon?
I would say so. Yeah. Holston are a very good side.
Yeah,
they're a very good side. So I would say that's. Although I saw in the Kirkley game the other day, as we were doing the show, they were 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go. And
we've already been learning lessons about writing things off quite early, haven't we? Yeah. I mean, talking about writing people off, Caden Jackson's actually been brought on for Ipswich in a competitive game.
Yep, Caden Jackson, James Norwood on for Macaulay Bont and Louis Barry. That's the guy from
Nathan Clark's injured himself at Thetford. They're not sure if he's going to come back on.
Interesting. Could have a Wizard of the Week. Show some dark cards. Yeah.
Wizard of the Week. Love that. Get a bit of skill on.
Yeah, love that. Sounds like the faking and red card looks a bit dubious. Yeah, we've just seen that.
I'm surprised that from their own feed they've written something that strong. If I'm completely honest.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm not that shocked.
Goulston.
Punter sounds like the Tim Krul of non-league.
He's a very, very good goalkeeper.
Yeah. Shem, get the impression that the Brantham versus Hadley is a tight game. Most games that feature Brantham are going to be tight. Let's face it. It's just whether or not it's a high scoring or what. But we've just got another angle of the Dis goal. Oh, sorry, the UEA goal at Dis.
What's that ref doing?
Let's just try and speed this along. Move out of the way, ref. Come on. Such a good finish. Such a good finish. That was, of course, sent in by James Baxter, who's covering the game for us between Dis and UEA. Any other goals that are coming in at the moment? That looks... Oh, yes, we do. We've got another goal.
Have you done the Goulston one?
Yeah, between Goulston and Fakenham. It is now 3-0. So they've taken advantage of being Fakenham being down to 10 men. Connor Ingram scores for Fakenham, converts a penalty to make it 3-0. There we go. You said you were going to kind of wait till half time to give your thoughts on the score lines there. Are you surprised by that score?
Well, they're down to 10 men now, aren't they? So it's a bit... I don't know. The balance is lost, isn't it? Often you get someone sent off, it just ruins a game anyway.
Yeah. Fakenham tweeted out saying, penalty from Goulston's Josh Youngs turns into Maradona with a hand of God at the back stick and Goulston lead 3-0.
Goodness.
Fakenham Twitter page is just absolutely lost it this evening. Oh, brilliant. UEA apparently are looking really well, according to the UEA Twitter page. They are looking really good and creative in possession. 70 minutes gone. They are looking for a winner. Apparently, it is all UEA. Obviously,
Brantham Athletic have had a red card. Red card to Brantham.
Very, very interesting. So, not only have they just missed a penalty, as Adam said, they are now down to 10 men, sent off for being the last man.
And having just made 2 substitutions just before it happened as well.
Wow.
Woo-hoo.
This is
time to dig in, boys.
Yeah, if we've, from what we know, obviously with Brantham, they are a very, very good and solid defensive unit. This is going to really, really test this now. Be very, very interesting to see how they handle.
Henley Reserves played tonight with their first friendly match, James, and beat Somersham. Must have been Somersham Reserves. Yeah, Somersham Reserves. They beat them 6-2.
Yes.
In their first friendly under new management and new formation. So very, very well done, Henley Reserves. Good week for them as a club.
Yes. Yes, from the Brantham side of things, what a graphic. Yes, I thought you would... I thought you'd like that. Love that graphic from them. So yeah, red card in their game. It'll be very interesting to see how Hadley approach this now. Here we go. We've got this is good. Is it good? How long it's taken? But we do have an update from the Lakenheath game. We've got an ambulance arriving within the next couple of minutes.
Good luck getting him off the pitch in the next 15. That game's done, I think, James.
Yeah, I think you could be right. Really, really could be right on that one. But such a shame. Why has it taken that long to get somebody there? I don't know. But obviously I know resources are stretched. You know, it's unfortunately the way that...
God, talk about getting into politics. We're into ambulance dispatch times on here tonight. Brilliant.
Honestly, I know this is going to make me sound like a right girl, but every time I watch the ambulance, I cry. I honestly, every time I watch that program, I'm in bits.
We may as well like just bin this show and just make one called "Make James Cry," where we show you pictures of injured puppies that need rehoming and stuff.
Oh,
chickens from battery farms.
Look, that chickens need homes. All right, that's all I'm going to say.
You should get a little chicken coop for Kaysen.
No,
he'd love it. He'd go mental for it.
Nah, not getting any pets in this household. Absolutely no way. It's just chat. Really enjoy being able to talk to you guys about football. Really helps with my mental health. May sound stupid, but football really gets me through the week.
Us too.
I 100% agree with that. 100% agree. Football does get you from A to B. The stuff you have to do during the week to get you from the Monday through to the Sunday. Sometimes that is what it is what it is. But football is the thing that you look forward to. It keeps your mind focused, keeps you concentrated, gives you a purpose, and
gives you a chance for people of all different backgrounds to come together over one common purpose, despite what team you might support. It gives you that one common thing.
And it's amazing as well. You'll probably agree with this. I think everyone will probably do in the chat. When you're watching a game, or when you're looking at a game, or whatever's going on, if you're listening to it, everything else that's going on in your life just switches off. It just allows you for 90 minutes just to completely forget about everything else, and just solely concentrate on that. So
you see what I just did?
I've just seen what you've just retweeted. You absolute dick.
I found that funny.
Oh, you absolute dick.
I hovered for a minute. I thought, shall I, shan't I? I thought, nah.
Just for clarity, Adam has retweeted a Manscaped advert. For those of you who weren't watching the earlier show, there we go. Seamus, what it's all about. Adam's retweet. Yeah, I know. Absolutely. Oh, dear me. Absolutely dear me. The lawnmower 4.0. I'm not advertising them until they chuck some money my way. But yeah.
We're campaigning hard for improvements here, James.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right.
Backton United reserves winning 5-0 away to Mendlesham. Woo!
Is that Mendlesham first team? Or is that a reserve team? I'd love to know.
I don't know. They never say. They normally just put
lots of trialists, lots of young players. Load of our first team.
Mendlesham last updated their account September 2020.
It's literally with pre-season friendly. It's normally one of a load of first team missing, a load of young players in. Doesn't matter about the scoreline. It's all about getting minutes under the belt. We go again. It's just literally a copy and paste, isn't it? It's literally just a copy and paste from the previous week. But there we go. Update from Ipswich. Their game, no idea how the ball hasn't hit the back of the net. Scott Fraser feeds Armando Dobra, who sees a shot saved from 8 yards out with Caden Jackson's rebound header then acrobatically cleared off the line. Well, if I've seen Caden Jackson from the preseason games, I have done. He ain't scoring tonight.
That's Messi to PSG is complete.
Who cares?
Video's been done. I mean, you're not official until someone's made a video.
Well, true.
For you.
It has to be a Twitter video as well, because who's on Facebook? Let's face it.
Facebook's dead.
Chances going on in the Wisbech game. Let's bring up a few of the videos I've had sent in to me up on the screen here. So see if we try and get this working. Here we go.
Hamster speed internet needs to sort of stuff out, James. What is that defender doing?
I don't mind what happens in this. I think the game is still going to be 0-0. I think from what I've been told, it is still 0-0. But just nice to get some highlights on the show, just to kind of show what's going on at different games, etc. Seems quite a few in attendance as well, which is great. Obviously, you saw the standoff to the right-hand side.
Yeah. Now I sort of understand how the grading's met. Oh. Oh, good tackle there.
The ball goes out play for a corner. Let's have a look.
They gave a goal kick. They clearly gave a goal kick.
Did he really?
Yeah. Because all the defenders ran up.
How has he still got the ball there? Good ball through, though. Absolutely run away. What a tackle. What a tackle that is.
I want a Wisbeach shirt with a 6 on the back, James. Oh dear. That's naughty. Not a good one. Get rid.
There we go. St Mary's have just had a player sin bin for 10 minutes, are now down to 10 men, and that was 2 minutes ago. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that kind of progresses, whether or not they can take advantage of it. Let's see if we've got any other goals or any other updates coming in at the moment. So substitution in the UEA game, update that's going on there. Ambulance has just arrived in the Mulbarton game, which is good. But as you say, with 10 minutes to go before the half night cut-off, I think that game is...
I don't know what time the games have to be finished, but I don't know if there is some sort of a rule.
Not sure.
It's because the floodlights. That's why. Because they can't have the floodlights on, I don't think, after a certain point. And
in the Galston game, apparently a floodlight has now turned off, but at the moment, the game the game continues.
The conspiracy after that red card.
Yeah, yeah.
I shouldn't say things like that, should I? It's just mixing things up unnecessarily.
What is the Haverhill Rovers badge? It looks like a pushed over Christmas tree. I need to check this out now.
Ipswich, look at the Wisbeach St Mary one. It's a stick man kicking a ball. It's incredible. It is the most inspirational badge in the whole of non-league.
Yeah, I can see what he's on about with the Haverhill Rovers one. When you just look at it at a quick glance, it does look like a bit of a fall.
There's also a team called Cheddar something or other, and their badge is just a block of cheese.
Right.
Let me see if I can find out what team that is. Non-league badges, they do absolutely baffle me.
I'm not sure whether or not it says that Ipswich Town are actually down to 10 men at the moment with 12 minutes to go. James Norwood is off and looks to be heading down the tunnel, but I don't know whether or not it's an injury.
Well, he's probably injured,
or whether or not it's a red card. I'm going to try and get a bit of an update on this one. If Ipswich are now down to 10 men.
Search Cheddar FC 1892 as a username on Twitter, James, and just click on their profile picture. That's their little badge and mascot.
Brilliant. It's James Norwood has tweaked a muscle.
Oh well, at least we signed 10 strikers.
I told you the Parsons versus Wisbeach game would be 0-0. Yeah, you did. I predicted a 4-4 scoreline. So what the hell do I know? For God's sake, am I really showing this during the live stream?
This is the kind of banter that people come for, mate. Look at that. That is a badge. Imagine having that stitched on your shirt. Just send that for embroidery.
Any other updates going on in the actual games we're covering? So far,
Match day to do a cheese concept kit. Actually, thinking about it,
it appears to be pretty quiet in the rest of the games as we are approaching what should be the final 10-15 minutes.
Final 10 or 15,
of games tonight. Not really a massive amount of updates happening in any of the games. If we just bring up the scores here. So at the moment, as I said, Mulbarton, Lakenheath, we hope the game can be resumed, but it's highly unlikely at this point. It's Witton 1, Kempston 1, God Manchester are drawing 0-0 in their game. But again,
it is Witton 2, Kempston 1, Josh Hubert with the goal. There will be some scenes there. Time to shut up shop, boys.
There we go. 2-1 to Witton. And if I just bring it up on the screen here, just so you got official confirmation of that. 2-1. And we do have a bit of an update from the Mulbarton game as well. And it appears to be good news. The ambulance has arrived for the Lakenheath midfielder Craig Nurse. We hope Craig is going to be looked after really well.
Yeah, hopefully needs a paramedic.
Hopefully it's not as serious as what we first feared, but it looks as if the game is going to be continuing. So we'll try and keep you updated as much as we can on that one as things continue.
Hannah's captured the celebration for Witten's second goal with them running straight at her.
Brilliant.
I've just been sent the picture. It's on my phone.
Oh, right.
I can't because of green screen and the Witten players are in green, so it won't work.
I knew he'd be annoyed at that one. I knew he'd be annoyed at that scoreline. Deary mate. Messi announcement video on the PSG feed is incredible. Oh,
do you know what? We announced it being official before the BBC did on their Twitter, which was 2 minutes ago. We've beaten the BBC to some key news. We are massive.
Non-league now. We are massive. There we go. Update coming through from James Baxter at the Dis versus UEA game. It's in the last 15 minutes. Dis are having more of the ball and the best chances, but it still remains 1-0. So no further updates on that, but Dis appear to be in the ascendancy. Any other updates coming through? I think that is pretty much it. Shem, 11 p.m. was the proposed cut-off time for midweek games 2 seasons ago.
Oh, okay.
So
cheers,
I think that should, obviously we'll get the game done between now and then. You would like to think. So yeah, as I said, any other updates that come through? I think we're kind of.
I've just watched this Messi video, and it is ridiculous.
Is it?
Honestly, someone has just got a drone and gone absolutely apeshit with it, filming the most incredible video. And really, I mean, you can understand how they can afford to make such a video when they sign someone like Messi for free.
Yeah.
It's like, last season he would have cost us 150 million. So let's spend half that on a video.
Sharon has said, loving the announcement before the BBC. That's Adam.
Do what we can, Sharon.
That's Adam. Isn't it funny how teams and people you don't want to do well usually end up doing really well? The annoying part of life. Yeah. It's you can never have it in truth. You can never have it entirely your own way, can you? Let's be honest.
Another Hadley player's in the book.
Yeah, I've just seen that. So they've had a substitution and they've got another player going into the book. Yellow card for one of the Fakenham players as well. They don't want to be getting somebody else sent off in that game, do they? Lee, what's both your stance on heading in football? Controversial, but time we did away with it, in my opinion. Ooh.
Playing glorified five-a-side if we get away with it, get rid of it altogether. But the long-term impact on health is becoming proven. So I think it's limitation, isn't it? Through training, it's something that's needed. And kids is the one I'm struggle with, because if they don't learn to head, then
I think I'm kind of the stance that I think the things that are being put into place now will hopefully make things better in the long term. But the more research that is done, the better. But I think people kind of know what they're going in for when they play football.
There's a big goal, James, in one of our games.
Yes, I've just brought one up. I've just brought one up on my screen here. Leiston are now 2-0 up. Their reserves are 2-0 against Framlingham. Is there another goal update?
Oh, yeah. UEA are now losing.
2-1.
Yeah.
2-1 to UEA.
No, 2-1 to Dis, James.
No, it says goal, 2-1 UEA.
I think it's Dis to UEA 1.
I think that's UEA are
That's
ahead.
a very, very ambiguous tweet.
I think we'll have to wait and see on that one. We'll have to wait and see what the UEA post out. But I think
UEA it's gone 2-1 to UEA. That's huge.
That's a big goal. That's a very, very big goal in that game. Wow. Let's see if we can try and get. Let's see if we can try and get a goal maybe up on the screen. Late goal for UEA leaves them winning with minutes to go. It's now 2-1 according to James on this one. So yeah, UEA.
Parson Drove 1, Wisbech St Mary 0.
No way.
They just can't hang on, can they, the poor boys?
Let's see if we've got any updates from.
Oh no, it's an absolute nightmare by the sounds of it as well.
Yeah. Parsons Drove 1-0. St Mary's goalkeeper dropped the ball after going over his own defender, and the Drove striker tapped the ball in.
Oh dear.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Another player booked for Debenham.
Wow. Unbelievable. Let's see if we can. So we've got Parsons Drove 1-0 up against Wisbech. So a few goals coming in from the Furlough Nunn North. So just to kind of give everyone a bit of an update as to what's going on at the moment. So there's been a few goals. So UEA are now winning 2-1 away from home against Dis, and hopefully we can get the goal highlights coming through from Matt 1. As I said, UEA winning 2-1 against Dis. Parsons Drove are now winning 1-0 against Wisbech St Mary, and Leiston Reserves are now 2-0 up against Framlingham. So 3 big goals going in the Furlough Nunn North. Do we have an update from the UEA? Let's just see whether or not they've been able to post any of the goals.
There's a red card, meanwhile, in the Leiston game.
Do we know which way it's gone?
It's a red card to a Leiston player for a second yellow. Tom Back.
Yeah, there we go. Wisbech 1-0 down. Parsons Drove score.
Wisbech are the team of this channel by this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're going to have their own dedicated show before long.
Yeah, we can make that a reality.
What we could do is review every goal they concede. We'd always have content.
Yeah, Tom Back sent off for a second yellow card, as you say, for Leiston. Any other updates that are coming through at the moment? I think we are all bang up to date now. More substitutions going on.
Has Holder brought himself on?
Substitution.
That's the manager.
Yeah, he's going for it. Absolutely going for it.
Or he hasn't got much choice because they've got no players at the minute.
Let's just go down to UEA's Twitter posts. Where are the UEA? Where have they gone? Don't know where they've gone.
UEA. Oi!
Where have they gone? I'll try and find them.
Just search them, James. Use your flipping keyboard.
They were literally just there. That's why I haven't bothered.
The thing that's even worse, there's only 3 letters. It's not like you've got to try and spell Wintlesham or whatever you say.
Witnesham, yeah. Witnesham was. The UEA take the lead with 2 minutes to go. Henry Clark at the back post scores again. 88 minutes on the clock when that ball went in. They haven't released a video on it, so I don't think they were recording anything at the time, which is a shame. We haven't got any other updates that are coming through, I don't think. Let's just see whether or not no other updates are coming through at the moment. One ball over the top, and the Saints are in trouble as keeper Groves comes to claim. He jumps and drops the ball. I think it's Ted Hamey passes him to the empty net, but there is still. We actually don't know. Only a few minutes to go in that game as well, so not long to go. We'll see whether or not Wisbech can get a late equaliser. The game between Lakenheath and Mulbarton is going to be kicking off in 5 minutes.
So we're going to be here for another 45 minutes.
Yeah. I don't think the missus is going to be too pleased with that one.
Are any of these games going to penalties as well in the FA Cup? Where are we at?
Not sure.
Hillsborough 0-0 on a Tuesday night. How boring.
Wivenhoe apparently are now 2-0 up in their game.
Up the hoe.
Yeah, up the hoe. I love team names with James, the gift that keeps on giving. This is why Adam really should. It should be Adam reading out all of his stuff and me reacting to it.
No, it wouldn't be half as funny, James.
No, but but I'm happy to be everyone's fool. If that's my role in life, then so be it. Round of applause for the player is lifted off in lifted into the
I do hope it's okay. It sounds really serious.
Yeah.
That's taken a long time.
Yeah. And fair play to the physios for looking after him.
Absolutely.
In the interim, because
proving their worth.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah, 100%. I'll tell you what. One game we actually haven't had any updates from in a while is the Stanway game. You mentioned it earlier on this evening. Do we have any other updates?
Let me just use my keyboard, James, to find this out quickly.
Because no one's tweeted anything from either side in the past 45 minutes. So there hasn't been any other updates other than what's going on in the first half, to be honest, from what I've seen.
It's 2-0 as far as we know.
Shem, I'm going to enjoy this even more when we get to the business end of the season. Loads of viewers in. Yeah, no, I agree with that. There's going to be towards the end when you get to kind of like the March and April sort of time when there's games that are really kind of really meaning something. This show could be this show could be something quite good then. But not that's not good now. But we're obviously in the very early stages of it.
Mike's updated us. The Peterborough Sports the Axley game has finished 2-2, no further goals.
There we go. Like I said, I'm looking forward to this. UEA have just simply tweeted out saying, "Keep it in the corner" with a laughing emoji.
Whitton United 2, Kempston Rovers 1, full time. Whitton progressed in the FA Cup.
And UEA, the final score from their game is Dis 1, UEA 2. That is now a full-time score.
Massive.
First win of the season for UEA, completed in style, final score 2-1. Wow, incredible. So from going 1-0 up, UEA turned the game around on its head, and that finishes 2-1 to UEA. That is a big scoreline in that division. Very, very big scoreline. We've got a full-time also coming in from Wivenhoe. They do win 2-0 against Cornard United. Goals from Carl Swanborough and Josh Perry give the Dragons a second straight win at the MEC. So full-time in that game in the Furlong South. We'll wait to see what the other scoreline is as they come in. But yeah, full-time in that game. Are you going to be looking at Colville as well? A lot of Needham supporters will want to know how they get on. Again, throughout the season, the once all of these leagues kick off, once all of those results happen, then yes, we're going to be covering far more than just the Furlough None. We've got potentially next week is going to be an SIL show with a Wednesday night, and any other updates that come through on that one, we'll definitely be covering that as well. The more leagues that kick off, the more games we're going to cover, the harder it's going to be, but well up for it. Because this has been what we've got on this one seems to be something that you guys are enjoying, which is the main thing. I knew Ipswich wouldn't be happy the Whitton one, but there we go. James has just tweeted into me saying full time from Brewers Green Lane, Distown 1, UEA 2, match report to follow when I get in. Ollie Dunlop got a red card for Whitton. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
That's literally just come through. Literally just come through in the last few minutes. Apparently, that was in the 86th minute. I'm not sure. Do you say that game's now full time?
Yeah. Right.
So Ollie Dunlop with a red card for Whitton United as they finished that game with 10 men. Full time between Thetford and Walsham ends up being 2-0 to Walsham the Willows. A Town improved after the break, but Walsham deserved the points. And we do have a little bit of an update from the Stanway game. They are winning 3-0 with still 13 minutes to play now. So Stanway 3, Little Oakley 0.
Quite a good start to the season for Stanway.
Definitely.
I've been working on something in the background, James, so that when I spot a goal, I can sort of make some moves to make you aware without
Nice.
interjecting what your interject your commentary flow. So
Nice.
I'm going to make some live improvements whilst we're on air.
Yeah.
And I mean,
There we go.
I could just literally flash this up.
Oh yes,
and then we're
please
back to
make-
the studio, so like, I can do this like dynamic scene selection.
Oh yes, you need to make that happen. You need to make that happen. Hadley game
Could
is
bring
now
the special
into...
dogs out as well, James.
Oh, look at them. So yeah, Hadley into extra time now. That game is still 0-0, but obviously remember Brantham are down to 10 men as we go into that. 3-0 to Galston is a full-time score, so they win 3-0 against Fakenham. The game between Mulbarton and Lakenheath has just kicked off. Yeah, one of those nights is what
I've got this ready for Paul Cook tomorrow.
Town are out. Shem, cue the "we can concentrate on the league" quotes. Yeah.
I've got this ready for you just to do the Ipswich News, James. Have you got a headline?
Paul Cook resigns.
On to the real stuff.
Paul Cook resigns after bust up.
Can't believe it. After all this time saying how like we could get your heart with soppy pictures of dogs, I've got one just sat here. Look at that.
Jesus Christ. Some of the reaction to like Portsmouth, I don't know what it is, but Portsmouth and Ipswich fans online at the moment are
They're
really
absolutely
going at each other
because they're all after the same transfer targets.
Someone's tweeted in saying, "I don't know about Checkbook FC, more like Banter FC. How long before Cook leaves? ? Things we've learned this evening: Ed Sheeran is the best Ipswich player. Tin pot oil money can't buy you victories. Paul Cook is a school caretaker. Joe Morrell went to Portman Road and declined Ipswich because the city stinks. And Kyler is a clear of prime Kenny jacket." I don't even know what that means. Oh my gosh. Honestly, just go over to Ipswich page right now and look at some of the updates that are coming in.
It's horrible. I mean, it's horrible
ridiculous.
to look at that page afterwards.
It's ridiculous. Full-time, Framlingham 0, Leiston Reserves 2. So Leiston's Reserves continuing where they picked off on Saturday. A brilliant win away from home against Framlingham. I swear there was somebody who doubted Leiston Reserves. Not sure who that was.
Can't think.
No. Full-time, Brantham 0, Hadley United 0. So despite going down to 10 men, Hadley were not able to take advantage and they drew 0-0 in the end. So you'd have to say it's a good point for Brantham when on reflection. Obviously going down to 10 men, it's never easy, and Hadley are...
I think Hadley obviously battled, didn't they? I wouldn't say that sounded like it was a boring draw by any chance. But
No, definitely not. And we've just had official confirmation full-time from Witton. They do progress through to the next round of the FA Cup. They won 2-1 at home against Kempston Rovers. And hopefully
they're playing Wisbech in the next round. Not Wisbech, that one, a different Wisbech. A Wisbech that are good.
Yeah, there's oh god, what was the other one?
Step 4 Wisbech, isn't it?
Wisbech Town, isn't it? That's the one.
Yeah.
Wisbech
Parson
Town.
Drove won 2-0 in the end.
Wow. There we go from Matchday Marketing. Let me see if I've got any updates that have come through on my messages. Full-time 2-0 to Parsons Drove. I mean, go on, talk me through it, mate. Talk me through it.
What am I talking you through? I've just seen that we've got Sudbury Reserves 0, Haverhill Borough 0, and Venables just it was actually 3-1 to Sudbury.
Again, neither team has updated anything on their Twitter page, so it's been...
We need our army of correspondents out.
Yes, very true. Very, very true. So Parsons 2-0. Just seen Sudbury 3-1 against Haverhill. Wow. Wow.
It's not great for Haverhill, but again, they can always struggle.
But for Sudbury Reserves, that's a very impressive result.
Yeah.
I don't know where that scoreline's come in, mate, but fair play. Thank you very much for keeping us up to date with that one. It's greatly appreciated. Let's update some of the scorelines in here. So we've got 2-0 to Parsons Drove. And it was 3-1. Sudbury, wasn't it? 3-1 against Haverhill Borough.
What happened to Peterborough tonight?
Peterborough? What, who are they playing? What you mean in the League Cup?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're about to find out before me. Only early in the season, but I think Wisbech St Mary will finish bottom after losing to Parsons. Yeah, that was a game they would have hoped that they could win. Let's put it that way. Full time between Debenham and Halston, it ends up being 2-0 to Halston, so a defeat for Debenham is now confirmed on there. I cashed out early as I thought Sudbury were drawing. Definitely brilliant. Lee, cheers for the show, lads. I'll be switching on notifications. Love that.
Love that. Cheers, Lee.
Posh lost 4-0 to Plymouth. I would imagine that's a much changed team in there.
That must be. I tell you what, though, they've played Poku from the start, Ethan Hamilton from the start. Because they've all been subbed off. I don't know. Ricky J. Jones played from the start. He only lasted till 17 minutes, though, because he got injured. What a mess.
There we go. How did Ipswich retirement home get on? Let's look for Colchester.
I had a different goalkeeper in. Cornell. Absolute garbage.
Colchester lost 1-0 away from home against Birmingham.
Jude Bellingham's brother played for Birmingham at 15.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. There we go. So let's get your scores coming up on the bottom of the screen here. So Mulbarton Lakenheath is about 10 minutes or so into the second half of that game, but it's still 1-0 to Lakenheath. Whitton winning 2-1 against Kempston. Northampton, hopefully, we can get a bit of an update if we're able to go onto the full-time website. Let's see if we can try and find that out now, actually.
Shem lost 1-0 to Brum Academy, just being blunt with it.
Brilliant.
So I think the old men couldn't keep up with the kids, could they? Let's get straight to the point on it.
God, Manchester.
Do you know what? Someone's just made a good point of saying on Twitter. Ipswich just can't play in cups, can they? Every year they come up with a lower league opposition and they lose. We just don't do cup competitions. I mean, the last few years we haven't done league competitions either, but
I'm just seeing whether or not there's any updates at all from God Manchester. Let's have a look. Is there any update on their scoreline? I don't think there is. Fixtures. Let's see if we can try and find out. Results, maybe. Maybe it's in the results section already. No, there's no updates at all so far. So we'll try and find out what the score between God Manchester and Northampton is. But Ipswich just can't play in any competition. Match day: Peterborough Northern Star 9-2 against Biggleswade. Jesus,
that's embarrassing. I thought Biggleswade were a decent side, and I thought Peterborough Northern Star were a shambles. So that's unbelievable.
Yeah, there we go.
Good value for money, that.
So yeah, 54 minutes in, as I said, Mulbarton 0, Lakenheath 1. Northampton versus God Manchester. We'll try and get a bit of an update on that one as and when we can. Results from the Furlough None Prem. It's finished Brantham 0, Hadley 0, Galston 3, Fakenham 0, Thetford 0, Walsham Le Willows 2. In the Furlough None North, it's Debenham 0, Holston 2, Diss 1, UEA 2, Parsons Drove 2, Wisbech St Mary 0, Framlingham 0, Leiston Reserves 2. In the Furlough None South, it's Sudbury Reserves 3, Haverhill Borough 1, Wivenhoe 2, Cornard 0, and in the Essex Senior League, it's Stanway 3, Little Oakley 0. So there are the score lines coming in. Ipswich, as an Ipswich Town fan, I'm not ashamed to say I prefer to watch Norwich.
I've said to you for a long time, haven't I?
Yeah, you have.
But
you have. To be
I'm
fair.
just indifferent about it all. It just winds me up.
Is there any updates that are coming through? Why is there no updates so far on the God Manchester game? There's literally no updates at all from anyone. I just want to know what the score is. That's all I want to know.
Don't think we're going to get it tonight, mate.
Oh my God! It's because they play tomorrow. My God!
We've done this before.
Oh, dearie me. There we go. So that graphic's been quickly updated at the bottom. They're no longer in the FA Cup ties. That's why there hasn't been any updates from either Northampton or God Manchester. So there we go. So yeah, literally the only game that is going on at the moment is the Mulbarton versus Lakenheath game, which we'll try and keep updates coming through as much as we can, but we've still got over half an hour of that game to go.
So here, I'm just going to share with you some presenting gold. I just need to.
That's exactly the information I found out, mate. On full time, it says the Godman. It said on the FA's website. I actually went onto the FA Cup games. It said that their game was on tonight, but I should have just the full time. Full time's normally right. So what is this you sent me? Oh my God. Christ's sake. I'm never clicking on anything you share ever again.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, so I don't know whether or not are we supposed to be getting anybody coming on from Witten to kind of provide us with a full-time. Do we know if anyone's going to be dialing in at all?
I didn't arrange anybody. I mean, I don't know.
Not a problem if we haven't. I've had a couple of messages in saying that there's not really an awful lot to report during the second half, so no real updates to kind of give us as a full-time show. Who scored Witten's winner? Do we know? Just remind me.
Let me look that up. Captain No Keyboard.
Oh, dear me.
I think it's Huey. I'm not sure. Yeah, Josh Hubert.
Josh Hubert. There you go. Scoring the goal on there. I think what we'll do, just because I said there is still the one game going on at the moment, whether or not people want us to continue going on the show just to give updates on that one is entirely up to them.
It feels quite weird doing a show like this, being on for 2 hours and it's still not 10 o'clock. It's just starting those 25 minutes early or whatever it was.
This is an early finish for you, isn't it?
Oh, I've got loads of time to play Rocket League or whatever I want to do now.
Oh dear me. Yeah, I think we'll bring tonight's show to a bit of a close then, because as I said, otherwise we're literally waiting on updates to come through from the one game. So we'll bring it to a close, and we will give updates, of course, on the score line of that game when we return on Monday night. As I said, for those of you who are enjoying this, make sure you give the video a like, and so remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want more of these, there is a very good chance that I'm able to get 2 of these done next week if we've got enough games going on the Tuesday. But obviously on the Wednesday night, there's going to be SIL senior action, which is happening. And I know a lot of people have asked me to cover that one. So good chance either Wednesday night, we will be doing one of these shows. And if you want to get involved in it, let us know and we'll get you on as much as we possibly can. Or if there's enough action on the Tuesday, I'll be doing one of these. But if not, we'll be back here Monday night, although I'm not sure 100% if Adam's going to be joining me next Monday. We're still...
Doesn't look like it now.
No. Okay, there we go. So it could just be me on my own on that one. But yes, really, really enjoyed tonight. It's been a really good show. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's a bit more of a relaxed kind of atmosphere on this one compared to the Monday nights as we go through the games. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Shem, great show, guys. Margaret Ridge, enjoyed that. Well done.
Thank you.
How often are these shows? It literally will just be an as and when people want it. And
it could become a lot more often, I think, is the underlining thing of it. People tuning in seem to enjoy it. I think we'll gradually grow different people that will report and correspond on different games, but we will be relying on those people that are out and about to sort stuff out. So we'll just see how things go. But it's actually quite nice just getting through the Twitter feeds and getting everything up to date and presenting it live. So
and it kind of keeps you in the loop about what's going on as well. You feel more a part of the actual results rather than just seeing the final scoreline. When you're doing it like this, it does give you a bit more of an insight into what's actually going on the game. So
I'd love to do this on a mad Saturday. If we could both sit down for 3 p.m. or 2:30 when the SAL games go, and go all the way through, it'd be absolute madness. It'd be really fun.
Yeah, it would be chaos. Yeah, Saturdays will be definitely one we have to try and sort out one time. Thank you for posting our Sands game, everyone. No worries at all. Vinny, I will do updates for you from the Ramsden's Ipswich game next Wednesday. We'll DM you. Brilliant. Love that.
Cheers, Vinny.
2 games next week and no work. Win-win. Thanks for your support with that one. No worries, mate. No worries at all. Sharon, great show. Loved it. Paul, great show. Well done, guys. Made the night a lot less boring. I'm glad we've been able to provide some entertainment for everyone. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. We will definitely be back with one of these very soon. Keep an eye across all of our social media platforms as we announce these as and when we are going to be going live. Thanks, Adam, for joining me once again. And
thanks for having me.
Have a very good week, everybody. Enjoy the rest of it, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Adios.